La Sabaneta Prison, located in Maracaibo, Venezuela, was not just a place for prisoners, it was a place where the strongest survived and the weak lost their lives. The prison became a symbol of violence, hunger, torture, and complete chaos. The prison was built for 700 inmates, but it was forced to hold 3,700 plus prisoners, 5 times more than its limit. There were no beds, no space, and sometimes no air to breathe properly. Inmates slept on floors, in bedrooms, in broken tables, or standing against walls. Crowding caused constant fights, infections, and panic. La Sabanita was ruled by gangs leaders called Pranes. These gangs leaders had guns, knives, grenades, their own soldiers inside the prison. They created their own laws, their own courts, and even their own punishment rooms. Police stood outside the prison gates because entering inside was too dangerous. This prison saw murders almost every day. In 1994, one deadly riot killed more than 100 prisoners in a single day. Weapons used inside was homemade knives, matches, guns smuggled in, even flamethrowers during riots. Human rights groups called it a slaughterhouse disguised as a prison. Food was so limited that prisoners fought over a single piece of bread. Clean water was rare, so many prisoners drank from dirty buckets. Disease like TB infections and skin disease spread rapidly. If you got sick, you had almost zero chance to survive. Families often brought food from outside or prisoners starved. Even worse than the living condition were the punishments, mostly given by gangs, not guards. Knife punishment. A prisoner who broke a rule was stabbed in the leg or arm. Sometimes this was done in front of everyone as a warning. The hot plate torture. Prisoners were burned with heated metal plates. It left permanent marks on their skin, beating until unconscious. Gangs beat prisoners with sticks, metal pipes, or chains. Many died during these punishments. Locking in the cage, a tiny dark room with no light and no toilet. Prisoners stayed for days or weeks. They slept standing because there was no floor space. Starvation punishment. Food was taken away for days. Sometimes only 1 cup of water was allowed per day. Forced fights. Gangs forced prisoners to fight each other for entertainment. The loser often did not survive. These punishments were not official, they were created by the inmates who controlled the prison. The government finally shut it down. By 2014, La Sabanita's reputation had become so horrifying worldwide that the government closed the prison. But even today, survivor stories say La Sabanita was not a prison, it was the closest thing to hell on earth.